It's a brand new day, it's a brand new episode. This is TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.
And there's something else that's brand new about this show, Joel, because today we are starting off officially with Level 3, where we have 8 of our best schools across the island competing to get into the finals of TV1 Pentathlon. What do you say?
Well, Trishma, just looking back, things have just changed. And things are now getting real because we are in the top 8 and we are ready and we are hunting down the best out of the best schools in the island to see who will be getting closer and closer to the grand finale. When we mean top 8, it is going to be definitely very tough, very competitive, very challenging, all those put together. That is why we call it's Level 3 and the top 8 schools in the island. With that being said, we need to find out who is ready to take on stage first and foremost to secure the top 8 spots.
Let's commence things by finding out who are the first 2 schools on the first episode of Level 3, and we'll get started by introducing the school right here, which is Musaeus College, Colombo.
Well, who will be the school to take on Musaeus College, Colombo? Let's put our hands together for the team led by Subhat, dear Senanayaka College, Colombo. It's definitely going to be an intense game here on this very stage because it's dear Senanayaka College versus Musaeus College, Colombo. Both schools are equally good, equally better at whatever they do. So we are yet to find out who will be getting closer. Before that, we need to have a little bit of brainstorming and find out how the preparation has been. Subhat, over to you. How has it been?
We practiced hard in the last couple of days and let's hope for the best.
Trishma, that's what the boys had to say from DS.
Yes, let's now find out what the girls have in store for us. So we have Benduri, who's the captain. And how do you guys feel coming back for the 3rd time on the show?
We feel good to be back here, and we've also been preparing a lot the past few days, and we hope to give a good game.
All right, and I'm sure it will be a good game indeed. Let's now find out who our judges are for the episode.
That's right, because when the game gets tough and tough day by day, we got to make sure that we got a best panel of judges to make sure that the decisions are accurate and the marking is of equal interest. With that being said, let's take a look at our judges for today's match. We have Janit Gunasekharu, In-Service Advisor, Zonal Education Office, Hakma. Also on the panel of judges, we have with us Ayoma Damayanti, working as a resource person in NIE and the Ministry of Education.
And as always, we get things started here on Pentathlon with the tossing of the coin. So to oversee the toss, maybe invite one of the judges to join us, as well as invite both the captains to join us up front and centre.
Well, the toss is nothing new for these 2 schools because they have been with us and they have gone through the worst scenarios and the best scenarios on this very stage. So, what do? Can I decide who will be going in first? No, that's why we have a toss. Okay, so we'll start off with the girls and ask which side you prefer. Is it TV1 or Pentathlon?
Pentathlon.
Pentathlon, which means we'll be going with TV1. Let's make this quick and fast in 3, 2, 1. It is Pentathlon, which means it's on the favoring side of the girls. Your team is already cheering in the background saying, yay, we won the toss. How do you feel about it?
It's fine, it doesn't matter what happens actually.
The toss is not the decider.
Yeah.
That's what you say. What about you?
No problem, and we'll hope for the best.
We hope for the best. So girls, are you going to get the boys to lead or follow?
We'll be going first.
You'll be going first. The girls have decided to go first, which means each and every match they'll be going in first, and dear Senanayaka, you all have to follow. Okay, right, so it's a lead and follow game, but the toss doesn't matter according to the captain from Musaeus. Let's see how it goes. Let's shake hands and start things off. Well, the girls from Musaeus won the toss and they decided that they go first in each and every round. So there you go, they have made the decision and the boys will follow them. So why wait? The ground is set. Let's start off things in Level 3, Season 2 of TV1 Pentathlon, the very first round, which we call Balance.
Your quiz. In our first round, each of our teams gets to send forward 3 core players. These players have a task to answer 5 questions within a span of 30 seconds, and they have to do all of that while trying to balance a table tennis ball on a table tennis racket. If a team is able to answer 10 questions or more, they will be further given a bonus of 10 points. However, if they do drop the ball even once, they will be disqualified from taking on further questions.
You heard the rules and regulations. Well, that's what is set for round 1. Balance your quiz. So let's start off with the girls and ask Benduri who her 3 core players are.
It will be me, Nevan and Chanri.
And who will be coming in first?
I'll be coming.
The captain steps forward. Let's all put our hands together. Okay, so you've got 30 seconds to deal with, and the time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
What is the chemical name of baking soda?
Pass.
It's sodium bicarbonate. Who wrote the novel Satanic Verses?
Salman Rushdie,
Right. Pedro Alvarez Cabral discovered Brazil in which century?
16th century.
Correct. Which country's parliament is called Knesset?
Israel,
Correct. Which country has hosted most number of Winter Olympic Games?
Norway,
Wrong, it's USA. Your questions are up.
Well, that's our Benduri Fiad. Let's move on to the boys from DS and ask the captain, Subat, who his 3 core players are.
It will be me, Ilham and Nitin.
And who will be coming in first?
Me. I will be.
Okay, let's put our hands together. Okay, you got 30 seconds to deal with, and your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
What is the chemical name of caustic soda?
Sodium hydroxide.
Correct. Who wrote the novel The English Patient?
Pass.
It's Michael Ondaatje. In which century did Europeans discover West Indies?
15th.
Correct. Which country's parliament is called Diet?
Japan.
Correct. Which country has hosted most number of Commonwealth Games?
Australia.
Correct. Your questions are up.
So let's quickly move on to Benduri and ask who is the next player to come on stage.
it will be Chanri.
Let's put our hands together. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You are ready. Here you go. You got 30 seconds to deal with, and your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
When did Fidel Castro come to power in Cuba?
1957,
Wrong, 1959. Which country has won most number of test matches in cricket?
India,
Wrong, Australia. Which is the second most populous city in Africa?
pass.
It's Cairo. What is the SI unit used to measure heat?
Kelvin,
Wrong, Joule. Who was the lead actor in the Hindi movie Black?
Priyanka Chopra.
Wrong, it's Amitabh Bachchan, and your time's up.
Well, that's how she faced in that round. Let's move on to DS, who is coming in next.
Ilham.
Come forward. Ilham, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, very confident. 30 seconds you got, and your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
When did Japan bomb the Pearl Harbor?
1941.
Correct. Which country became the runner-up in this year's FIFA World Cup?
Croatia.
Correct. What is the second most populous city in South Asian region?
Karachi. Karachi.
Correct. What is the SI unit used to measure frequency?
Hertz.
Correct. Who was the lead actress in the Hindi movie Black?
Rani Mukherjee.
Correct.
Well, some great work coming out there from Ilham from DS Senanayaka. Let's see if the girls are also able to give those rapid answers. Who is coming in?
It will be Nevan.
Let's put our hands together. Nevanya, how are you? Good to see you again. Did you do this last time as well?
Yeah.
So nothing new for you. Okay, here you go. You got 30 seconds to deal with, and your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Who was the last president of the Soviet Union?
Mikhail Gorbachev,
Correct. Who wrote the novel The Good Earth?
Carlos Buck,
Correct. Who first invented the microwave?
Percy Spencer,
Correct. This year's Commonwealth Games were held in which city?
Gold Coast,
Correct. Infamous priest Rasputin lived in which country?
Russia,
Correct. Your questions are up.
So let's move on to the next player from DS, who is
Will
coming
be
in.
Nitin.
Let's put our hands together for him as well. Are you ready to get all those answers right?
Yes.
Okay, here you go. You got 30 seconds to deal with, and your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Who was the first president of Russia?
Boris Yeltsin.
Correct. Who wrote the novel Paradise Lost?
John Milton.
Correct. Who first invented the machine gun?
Richard Gatlin,
Correct. This year's Asian Games are held in which country?
Indonesia,
Correct. Who was the founder of the Mongol Empire?
Genghis Khan.
Correct.
Krishma, I just feel so impressed right now. We're just looking at each other and we're like, okay, what's going on?
I think that's why we're calling it level 3 because our teams have really geared up, they've prepared well and they're showing their colors in the first round itself.
I know, it's just amazing to see all this. Well, we need to find out what the scores look like at the end of round 1. I'm sure the scores are going to look great because both schools, starting from the captains itself, both schools gave an equally good fight. Let's find out all that and much more excitement after this short break. You are watching level 3 of TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.
Welcome back. You are watching TV1 Pentathlon Season 2 and this is Level 3, the very first of our Level 3 games between the Senanayaka College as well as Musaeus College Colombo. We are at the end of a very impressive first round. In fact, the scores are so impressive. I'm so thrilled about this match already. Let's start off by finding out the scores of Musaeus College. In the first round, they scored themselves 45 points. Meanwhile, we have DS Senanayaka who scored themselves 85 points, but that means they also get 10 bonus points, which brings them to 95 points.
Well, we can see more excitement as we progress. Well, I'm sure the next round is going to be easy because they have been acting throughout these games in level 1, level 2 and now here it is level 3, which means I'm sure you all are good actors and actresses. They're just smiling their ways off. Okay, let's see how it goes because it's time for us to progress as we move on to level 3, round 2 in TV1 Pentathlon, which we call Express
To impress. Round 2 is really fun and creative because our schools will be provided with a story lead which they then have to complete and act out in front of our judges using their imagination, their presentation as well as their diction and articulation. So without further ado, let's go over to Musaeus College and find out what's the topic they pick for themselves. Once upon a time, there was a fish named Joy. He lived in a pond. Joy used to think a lot and was hence disliked by other fish. He used to think so much that it used to make him fall asleep. And then...
Well, it's an interesting topic because we are yet to find out how things work out for the girls. Are you all ready? Okay, you all got 2 minutes to deal with and your time starts right about now.
Guys, it's Pentathlon tomorrow.
I know, right? And guess who our fourth competitor is? It's Joy, you know that fish who thinks a lot and sleeps all the time?
I wonder what the obstacles are, though I can win the gold medal like very easily.
But you can't underestimate him. He might win this race.
You know what? I don't have time to think about Joy. I need to go and polish my scales for tomorrow.
Is that really what the others think about me? That I'm useless? Alright, I'll prove them wrong. I'm going to win Pentathlon tomorrow. Well, the sun hasn't set yet, so I should go and check the track.
Lady fish and gentle fish, let's welcome you all to Pentathlon 2018, the event we've all been waiting for. As you can see, our 4 competitors are very ready to participate in this obstacle race. So without much further ado, let's start. 3, 2, 1!
No, the path is blocked. I should take another route.
Look at Joy! He's winning!
I should take the other route and just finish the race.
Everybody, let's welcome the Pentathlon of 2018, Joy Bolt, with a record of 9.58 seconds, making him the fastest fish alive. So Joy, I smell something fishy about your victory.
Oh, it's not anything fishy. You see, everyone says that I'm useless and that I always sleep. So I wanted to prove them wrong, and I decided to go and check the course so that I can see the obstacles and make use of my analyzing skills. And that's all I did, turn my weakness into a strength.
You know, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. And you, Zoe Bolt, are a very fine example of someone who achieved greatness. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
So I believe that the boys too have prepared themselves really hard, but this is something sudden which they will have to follow on a story lead. So are you all set to go? Let's see what they pick out.
Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy man called Nisal. All day long, he would dawdle and lie on his cot in the backyard, observing the birds and flowers and admiring nature. He would not lift a finger to do any work. And then...
So let's see how they played off. Your time starts right about now.
I'm money. With me, you can build houses, throw parties, do everything you want. The thing is, do you want me?
Of course I want you. How can I have you?
You can have me if you just work hard.
You know I can't do that. I'm a lazy person. Oh no.
Ha 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 ha! I'm happy. Do you want to be happy?
Yes, I want to be happy.
No. You have to work hard.
You know I can't do that. That's not who I am. Oh no.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Wow. What a body. I want to be like you.
You should try harder and harder.
Why does everyone keep saying that? Why? Oh no. Why? Hey. You're gonna walk with me?
No, you are too lazy.
What a nonsense. Why does this always happen to me? What have I done wrong? What have I done wrong?
Ha 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 ha.
Do you want
Ha 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 ha.
Do you want me?
Do you want us?
money?
Do you want me?
Stop! Yes, I want all of you. You know what? From today on, I'm going to start working real hard and I'm going to be a change man. Yeah, I'll start exercising. I'll start working really hard. That's how I'm going to be. So, all of you.
Well, an amazing talent put out by the boys of DS Senanayaka College, Colombo. How do you exercise?
Not like that, obviously.
Like what?
No, not like that.
Like what? I can't remember. Like what?
You want me to do it again?
If you want to.
I mean, you always want me to do something again, don't you?
I always wanted to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, then why not take the opportunity today as well, no?
Let's
Yeah?
do it.
Okay.
I'm thinking dumb, right? I don't work out like this, obviously. So it's like
Normally, how do you exercise?
normally, you know,
Normally, how do you exercise?
maybe do some weights.
Like what?
Like
You do
this.
weights?
No, I don't do weights.
Then?
I don't do weights.
What do you do?
I do like a couple of push-ups, I guess.
Can you do one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what can I do?
Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, that's a little bit of exercise and stretching for the boys from DS. Girls, do you all want to do some exercises and stretch yourselves a bit? You all fit and active? Physically fit is what the Musaeus say. What has to be proved yet, because we just ended round 2 and both schools, DS as well as Musaeus, put out something great, and we could see that the judges are working on the points. But first, we need to find out their decision. So let's move on to the judges and find out.
Considering overall your presentation, then Musaeus College gained 83 marks. Meanwhile, DS Senanayaka College scored 86 marks.
Well, you heard it from the judges themselves. Let's now find out the cumulative score at the end of round 2. We get started with Musaeus College, Colombo. At the end of round 2, their score stands at 128 points. Meanwhile, DS Senanayaka College at the end of round 2 have scored themselves 181 points.
Well, there you go. Those are the points at the end of round 2. Well, both schools have now managed to surpass the 100 mark and also get closer to the 200 mark. Well, things could change because we are yet to progress in level 3 to the third round, which we call Word
The basket. In round 3, each of our teams gets to send forward 3 co-players. They are then given a word which is 12 alphabets long with several of the letters covered. In order to uncover these letters, they have to successfully net the ball into the basket. Each successful netting gives them 10 points, and if they are then able to correctly guess the word, that gives them a further of 70 points. So without further ado, let's find out what is the word that the girls from Musaeus College pick for themselves. This is word number 4.
Well, the girls from Musaeus College have picked out word number 4. Well, before we discover and find out what word number 4 is all about, let's ask Benduri who her 3 co-players are.
It will be me, Navanya and Tisari.
Okay, it's time for us to find out what is word number 4. Let's take a look. A space to begin with A, 2 spaces R, 2 spaces O, 2 spaces E, and another space at the end. Well, Benduri will be coming in first, and what is that letter you would like unlocked?
I'll be coming for the first letter.
Okay, let's put our hands together for the captain of Musaeus College. Three, 2, 1, go. Well, that was a great shot by the captain herself. Benduri, who is coming in next, and what is the letter you would like unlocked?
It will be Navanya. She'll be coming for the letter after R.
The blank after R. Let's put our hands together for Navanya. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Well, it was a little bit of a shortfall there to get to the basket, but nevertheless, they got one more chance. Let's see how it works. Who will we be sending in next?
It will be Tisari, and she'll be coming for the blank after A.
Okay, come forward. Are you ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. A little bit of a shortfall once again. Benduri, are you going to sending in more players, or are you going to decide what the word is?
We'll be guessing the word.
5 blanks. What's the word?
The word is laboratories.
Can you read the spellings?
Laboratories.
2 unsuccessful attempts together with 1 successful attempt. The captain didn't want to send in additional players. They directly wanted to decide what the word is. They say it is laboratories. Is that the correct word? We need to find out. You sure about it? No turning back. No turning back. Why wait? With that confidence, let's discover the word. Laboratories is the correct word, and the girls from Musaeus College got that right. Well, tension builds up to the boys as they also need to get up there and see if they're able to guess the word. But before that, let's see what number they pick up.
This is word number 3.
Well, the boys from DS Senanayaka picked out word number 3. Before we find out what is word number 3, let's ask the captain, Subat, who his 3 co-players are.
It will be Ilham, Nitina and myself.
Okay, he has decided who his three core players are for this round. Word the basket. Let's uncover the word. Word number 3. We got a blank to start off with. C, 2 blanks, I, a space, I, 2 blanks, O, and 2 spaces at the end. Subath, who will you be sending in first, and what is the letter you would like to unlock?
We are sending Nitina for the first letter.
Okay, let's put our hands together. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, it was an unsuccessful attempt to start off with in round 3. Subath, who will be sending in next, and what is that letter he would like to unlock?
The letter after C, and that will be Lha.
Okay, let's see how well it goes. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, that was a successful attempt, but the captain has another decision to make. That is, are you going to send in your next player, and what is that letter?
I will be coming for the letter before the second die.
Okay, the captain comes forward. Let's put our hands together. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, the captain missed out the opportunity of getting that goal for his team. Subath, are you going to guess what the word is, or are you going to send in additional players? Additional players? You're going to guess what the word is. Spell it out and read it out loud. Can you spell it out?
Right. A C Q U I S I T I O N S.
And what is it again?
Acquisitions.
Acquisitions?
Right.
Are you sure about it? Certain?
Pretty sure about it.
Let's find out whether word number 3, acquisitions, is the correct word. Acquisitions is the correct answer. Well, there you go. Both schools on equal platforms. Both schools have decided what the correct word is. And we are yet to find out what the scores look like. Me and Trishma will be right back after this short break with much more excitement. Stay tuned. This is Level 3 of TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.
Welcome back. You are watching TV1 Pentathlon Season 2, and we are here in Level 3, the very first match between DS Senanayaka College as well as Musaeus College Colombo. We just finished 3 rounds, and we are back now with the scores at the end of round 3. Let's find out how Musaeus College has scored for themselves. In the third round, they scored themselves 80 points, and that brings their total up to 208 points. Meanwhile, DS also scores themselves 80 points, and that brings their total up to 261 points.
Well, nothing more needs to be said because both schools have now surpassed the 200 mark because the competition is tough. And it gets even better as we progress in Level 3 to Round 4, which we call Target.
Your knowledge. In round 4, each of our teams gets to send forward 3 core players, and they then have a challenge to swing the golf club and hit the golf ball into any one of the holes, and any of those holes represents a particular subject from where they will then be asked a question. Each correct answer gives them 25 points. If they choose to double and answer correctly, they get 50 points. If they choose to double and answer incorrectly, they will be given negative marks.
Well, there you go. Those are the rules and regulations of Round 4 Targeted Knowledge. Let me quickly take you through to the colors. Well, on blue, we got sports and games. We have green on geography, purple literature, yellow is art and entertainment, orange is for history, red is science and technology, and of course there you go, we got white on trump, where you could select any of those subjects corresponding those colors. Those are the simple rules and regulations. Let's quickly move on and find out who the 3 core players are of Musaeus College Colombo. Tenduri?
It will be me, Nevan and Vinoda.
And who will be coming in first? Tenduri, are you ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Got another 2 more chances. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, Benduri's first attempt was unsuccessful. However, the second one was a trump where they could select any of the subjects. Let's see what they pick.
We'll be choosing literature.
Literature. Would you like to go in for a doubles? Yes, they're going in for a double. Let's take a look at your visual. Name this Russian author famous for his literary work, such as The Nose, The Overcoat, and Dead Souls. Your options are A. Vladimir Nabokov, B. Ivan Turgenev, C. Leon Trotsky, or D. Nikolai Gogol.
The answer is D, Nikolai Gogol.
This is an answer for a double, and you seem very sure of your answer. Nikolai Gogol is the correct answer, 50 points.
Well, some amazing work to start off things. With round 4, the girls opted for a double and they selected literature, and it is paid off for them. Let's see if it goes the same way with the boys. Subat, who are your co-players?
It will be Daham, Seni and myself.
And who will be coming in first?
Seni.
Let's put our hands together. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, it was a trump for the boys from Senanayaka College. Let's see which subject they picked.
And what's your choice?
We are going for sports and games.
And would you like to go in for a double? Okay, no problem. Let's take a look at your visual. This disgraced Olympic skating star became infamous for orchestrating an attack on her rival skating star Nancy Kerrigan in 1994. Name her. Your options are A. Shaina Lewinsky, B. Jennifer Flowers, C. Michelle Williams, or D. Tonya Harding.
D. Tonya Hardy.
D. Tonya Harding is the correct answer.
Another successful attempt by the boys from Senanayaka College. Let's move on to the girls and find out whether they could continue with what they are doing good at. Who's coming in?
It will be me.
Are you ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, it was white and it is trump. Let's see which subject they pick.
We'll be choosing sports and games.
Let's take a look at your visual. He was the first bowler to take 500 test wickets. Name him. Your options are A. Curtly Ambrose, B. Courtney Walsh, C. Malcolm Marshall, or D. Michael Holding.
The answer is B, Courtney Walsh.
And that's the correct answer.
The round seems to be going really well thus far. Let's see if the boys also could keep it on, and let's find out who is coming in next.
Daham will be coming.
Are you ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, it was on yellow and it is art and entertainment.
It's arts and entertainment. You want to go in for a double?
Yes, we are going for a double.
Okay, let's take a look at your visual. Name this American singer, songwriter, and pianist who was the first female to be inducted in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and was ranked by Rolling Stone magazine as the #1 greatest singer of all time. Your options are A. Tina Turner, B. Diana Ross, C. Aretha Franklin, or D. Whitney Houston. Four seconds more.
The answer is Diana Ross.
This is a question for a double. Are you sure about your answer? Not at all? Just a guess. B. Diana Ross is your answer. The correct answer is C. Aretha Franklin. That was the incorrect answer and there will be negative points.
Well, the boys went in for a double, however, it didn't work out positively for them because they selected the wrong answer. However, which means, just like Krishna mentioned, we got some negative points for them already on the table. Let's see how very well the girls from Musaeus College capitalize on their final opportunity in round 4. Then Duri, who is coming in?
It will be Navanya.
Let's put our hands together. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Well, they got right and it is a trump, whereas they got the opportunity to select any of the subjects.
What's your pick?
We'll be choosing arts and entertainment.
So you've chosen arts and entertainment. Let's take a look at your visual. Name this British actress, model, dancer and humanitarian recognized as a film and fashion icon and remains one of the 12 people to have won an Oscar, Emmy, Grammy and Tony Award. Your options are A. Audrey Hepburn, B. Judy Hepburn, C. Katharine Hepburn or D. Grace Hepburn.
The answer is A. Audrey Hepburn.
A. Audrey Hepburn is the correct answer.
Well, the girls seem to have been capitalizing very well in round 4, which we call Target Your Knowledge. And this is, of course, level 3. And now it's over to the boys to make use of their final opportunity in round 4. Let's see who will be coming in. I'll do that. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, it's right and it's trump and they got the liberty to select any of the subjects they prefer. Let's see what subject they pick.
We are getting geography.
Geography. Let's take a look at your visual. Identify the country highlighted in red on the map. Your options are A. Serbia, Bosnia, B. Herzegovina, C. Albania or D. Kosovo.
Sure. D. Kosovo.
You've said your answer is D. Kosovo. The correct answer is D. Kosovo.
Well, great work put in both by the boys and girls. That is Musaeus and DS. Well, we need to find out what the scores look like at the end of round 4. So why wait? Let's take a look at the scoreboard.
Well, we're now at the end of round 4 and the scoreboard has truly turned. Let's take a look at how the schools have fared. We start off first with DS Senanayaka College. In the 4th round, they scored themselves 35 points and that brings their total up to 296 points. Meanwhile, the girls from Musaeus College Colombo in the 4th round scored themselves a full 100 points and that brings their total up to 308 points.
Well, it's just amazing to see how things are just changing just in a quick of a second or two. And the schools have just like you mentioned, Prishma, the point table have just moved away from what it was at the end of round 3 to the end of round 4. Well, the girls have surpassed the 300 mark and the boys are almost getting there. Well, the next round is even more challenging because it's all about how fast you think and you answer and you're capable of pressing that buzzer. So there you go. I just mentioned buzzer and it is the 5th and final round of level 3, the first ever match on this stage. Let's move on to the final round, which we call the buzzer round.
We're now in the final round. The rules are very simple. We have 10 questions and each correct answer gives the team 10 points. Let's start off with the first question. Question number 1. Which Sri Lankan batsman has scored the most runs in an innings? Subath.
Mahela Jayawardene.
Which Sri Lankan batsman has scored the most runs in an innings in a test match? And the answer is Mahela Jayawardene. That's the correct answer. We move on now to question number 2. Name the Czech writer who went into exile
Milan Kundera.
for writing the book The Joke. The answer is Milan Kundera. Question number 3. Only 5 countries have taken part in all Olympic Games in history. If Greece, Great Britain, Australia,
Switzerland.
and Switzerland were 4 of them, name the 5th country. That's the incorrect answer. Do we have the answer from here?
China.
That's the incorrect answer. The correct answer is France. We move on to question number 4. Name the 2nd largest city in
Buenos Aires.
South Korea. Do we have the answer from here? Nitina?
Busan.
Busan is the correct answer.
The rules and regulations are such that in round 5, if at all one person presses the buzzer and another person collectively, the team, gives an answer, we don't take that as an answer because it is that person who pressed the buzzer who gets the opportunity and it is not a collective answer. Therefore, there's no discussions which can be accommodated amongst the team. That is a final decision by all of us, which we have told at the start of each of these rounds. So, especially in this round, you cannot have those collective discussions. Although you pressed the buzzer, it was Subath who gave the answer out. It must have been even the same answer that you were thinking, but the rules are such, therefore no points will be awarded for that question. Let's move on with the next question.
We move on to question number 5. What does VAT? Subath?
Value added tax.
That's the correct answer. Question number 6. Who is considered the father of aviation? Subath?
Sir George Cayley.
That's the correct answer. Question number 7. Out of 585 Nobel Prizes awarded so far, which field? Benduri?
Physics.
Which field has been awarded most number of prizes? The correct answer is physics. Question number 8. Which cartoon film became the first?
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Became the first to win an Oscar for Best Animated Film? That's the wrong answer. Do we have the correct answer here? Subath?
Shrek.
Shrek is the correct answer. Question number 9. In which year was Mahatma Gandhi? Subath?
1948.
Was Mahatma Gandhi assassinated? The correct answer is 1948. And here we have the final question, question number 10. Name the only male gymnast. Subath?
Alexander Italy.
Name the only male gymnast to have won world titles in all 8 events, who also won 6 gold medals in the 1992 Olympic Games. That's the incorrect answer. Do we have the answer? Nevanya?
Vitaly Sherbo.
That's the correct answer.
Well, it was indeed a nail-biting round. It was a moment where even the two of us just looked at each other and, okay, like what's going on? What's going on? What's happening? We're yet to find out what school will be able to move on to the top 8. We have 8 slots open. They are the first to take on each other. Is it going to be Musaeus or is it going to be DS Senanayaka? We have to find out. We are also that special title. Stay tuned. This is a nail-biting match. It's going to be interesting. You are tuned on to Level 3 of TV Ban Pentathlon Season 2. Welcome back. You are tuned on to TV1 Pentathlon Season 2. Well, just before going on to a short break, we went to a break because we wanted to make sure that the scores are all set and ready to be read out, as we are going to unveil to you who will be getting closer and securing one of those spots up for grabs in the top 8 schools. Well, we have the results, but before that, we have to find out who is that pentathlete. Is it going to be someone from DS or is it going to be someone from Musaeus? Let's find out from our judges.
It was a huge challenge even for us to select the pentathlete today. Actually, we went through all the performances and active participation towards your team members. Also, the marks you scored individually. Now, I'll announce the pentathlete today. Who will be? It was a big challenge for both teams. Today, the pentathlete is Subath from DS Senanayaka College, Colombo.
Well, the pentathlete has been selected. We are now down, I repeat myself once again, who will be getting closer and securing one of those 8 spots in order to get in to the grand finale even closer. Who will be leaving us today? Who will be going into the top 8? It's time for us to reveal the results. It's either DS Senanayaka College or Musaeus College, Colombo. Let's find the results.
In the 5th round, we saw Musaeus College scoring themselves 5 points, bringing their total up to 313 points. Meanwhile, the boys from DS Senanayaka College in the 5th round scored themselves 45 points, and that brings them to the winning total today, 341 points.
Well, it was a great game. It was a great match. We enjoyed, we learned a lot, and there's so much that both schools offered on this stage. Well, you're here today because you did your best. Top 16 is not easy. All of you, I can see sad faces. I can see some are even crying. Don't worry. You're here today for a reason, right? Well, we had so much of fun working together on stage. So much of acting skills put out, so much of brainstorming sessions, all has paid off because you're in the top 16, although you do not qualify to the next round. Well, that's how the game moves on, because after all, there could be only one winner, and we are in the hunt for that winning school. While we congratulate DS Senanayaka College, there's always an elite panel of judges with us, and I would like to invite them on stage to assist us with the presentation.
Time now for us to congratulate the best player of the match, the pentathlete of the day, and that's none other than Subath from DS Senanayaka College.
Well, while we congratulate our pentathlete, Subath from DS Senanayaka College, Colombo, it's time for us to honor, of course, and recognize and put our hands together loud as ever for all the hard work put in by the girls from Musaeus College, Colombo, for all those effort put in order to come into the top 16 and giving that very good fight for the boys from DS Senanayaka College. Let's all put our hands together for the team headed by Benduri from Musaeus College. Well, it's time for us to say goodbye today and also bid farewell to Musaeus College, Colombo. And once again, you did your level best and you worked really hard for this day. We won't be seeing you again on Season 2 of Pentathlon, but nevertheless, all those memories will be remembered, and it's time for us, until we meet you again with another exciting match and finding out in the quest who will be securing the second spot of the top 8. We have already Senanayaka College. Let's find out much more as we come to your doorstep with much more excitement. You are tuned on to Level 3 of TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.